Hi, are you somebody who loves to be the Good Samaritan? You really enjoy being there for people or for things in their time of need. Yet sometimes you do feel that your energy is depleted, but you don't really want to say no to people either. If that's you, then do please stick around for this video. Hi, I'm Dolly Malik. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. And within this channel, I like to share with yourselves some transformational self-empowerment and self-development tools that I have experienced throughout my life transformation, and I'm trying to help build a community where viewers like yourself can either gain wisdom from the mess ups that I've done in order to notice the red flags and the boundaries sooner, or equally for you to share wisdom so that I can continue with my transformational journey as well. So going back to the fact that we all would love to be the Good Samaritan, and one suggestion that I'd like to make to yourselves in order to maintain your energy levels so that you can still be that helping hand, that altruistic act that you really want to do for another, yet equally maintaining your own energy at the same time. And that is something that I call the importance of observing and not absorbing. What exactly does this mean? Well, I learned this pivotal lesson quite a number of years ago when I used to be a voluntary treasurer for a branch of the Samaritans back in the UK. And when I was undergoing some training, and I was actually watching some of the training that was happening with some of the listening volunteers, a key part when it comes to Samaritans, for those of you who don't know what this charity actually is it's there as a listening post in different ways for potential suicide victims or people who just really need to reach out for someone to talk to when they've reached crisis point and they really can't reach out to anyone. So that's where also the phrase that's kind of recognised around the world, the Good Samaritan, is tied up with as well. So the importance of observing and not absorbing all relates to energy. So from a Samaritan's perspective, it was all about listening, but not actually being there to provide any advice or any guidance. It was really just as a shoulder for someone to virtually lean on. So that was the thing, it was the importance of observing and being present right there and then, but not going any deeper in terms of the emotions that the individual concerned had, be it at the other end of the phone or through an online chat, etc. So if that's something that you can resonate with, then do please pop your experiences in the chat section below, in the comment section below. Because as you can imagine, with something like a charity like this, you're dealing with incredibly difficult cases during your shift. So that's the importance of observing but not absorbing, because to absorb that level of energy would just be so draining on your own self and your soul that it would be very hard to continue volunteering on a regular basis whilst keeping your emotions at a positive level as well. So that is suggestion number one, is just to be there, be compassionate, be mindful, be helpful in terms of if an individual needs drink or some sort of resources and you're able to provide them, but not to get emotionally engaged to the level of absorbing that energy. Moving on then to suggestion number two, and suggestion number two does relate to where we ended the first suggestion, and that is about the importance of maintaining your energies and your balance. So we then move it across to ensuring that each day you do something that makes you truly happy deep down. So this could be anything that's very simple in life. Again, it's important to sort of be very mindful. So it could be as straightforward as preparing yourself a nice meal, sitting down away from all distractions and just really enjoying everything that's on that plate, really feeling grateful for it and really tasting every single item that's there. It could be that I'm a great fan of music and I love, what makes me happy is to just be putting some really fun sort of dance or club music on, and that really does lift my vibe and my energy levels. So it could be something like that, whatever it is that makes you happy. So it doesn't have to be any big grand gestures if you've got a hectic schedule and stuff, but it's really important to just dedicate at least, I would say, between 5 to 15 minutes of your day, if you're not able to do any longer than that. Ideally, if you can dedicate an hour a day, that would be perfect, but just putting aside and scheduling that into your diary of doing something that makes you happy on a daily basis will then help keep your energy levels up to continue to be that Good Samaritan, always helping others in need. And for those situations where you aren't in a position to help, or it could be something that's on a much wider scale, sort of worldwide, that is really getting to you, but you feel that you do really want to help in some way, then my final suggestion could also assist you as well. And the final suggestion is the power of prayer and the kind of miracles that can happen as a result of it. Again, with these different suggestions, do please share in the comment section below if you have been undergoing these kind of situations, and whether these techniques have helped you in the past, or if they're sort of aha moments that are helping you potentially to moving forwards, etc. But the power of prayer is huge. It helps in terms of we connect with a collective consciousness within the world, and sometimes we physically can't help other people. It may be that you might not have the finances if someone's asking for a particular request. You might not have the specific knowledge that they're after. It could just, it could be that, like I mentioned, it could be something on a much larger international scale that's really getting to you. You know, for example, conflicts in the world, climate change, all sorts of things where you really think, I just can't do anything, whether it's a conflict that's across the world or whether it's, you know, bushfires, etc., those kinds of things, then the power of prayer is huge. And really it helps as well to ground yourself, because just by going inwards and praying, you're at one with God, the higher self, the universe, and just knowing that you can actually reach, through raising your vibration, you can ultimately reach a wider audience, your targeted audience, and make that impact. Now, how that happens is not for us to know, but it's just simply the fact that we take action and let you know, our higher self, a greater source above us, then take our energy and transfer it to where it's needed the most. And I used this example recently with someone who had said that they were really quite upset. They'd gone for a walk one evening and they'd found a stray dog, but it wasn't really approachable. It had been quite scared from the sound of it because of how other people had maybe treated it in the past. It was actually a puppy, and this individual felt quite bad because they wanted to try and approach it, but it was getting a little bit ferocious and they were a bit worried about being bitten as well. So when they returned home, they messaged me and said, you know, I really do feel bad that I really wanted to try and help feed this puppy. It did need you know, food and water, but I was equally just a bit worried about my own health as well in the process, my own health and safety. So what I suggested is, okay, that's absolutely fine, you've done the right thing, because ultimately no matter what, we need to look after ourselves first, and only we can be the best to help others, right? So what I had suggested is just say some prayers out to the universe, to God, whoever you believe in whatever way, and just wish the best for that puppy, that it's fed and it's nourished in the best way possible, and just leave that intention, that goodwill out there. And that's exactly what that individual did. And they did say to me that they felt a lot better, a lot lighter in releasing that thought and that worry about the puppy, knowing that actually the power that's so much bigger than us is there to ultimately look after the creation that it has put on our beautiful planet. So hopefully these 3 suggestions have helped you in some way to continue to be the wonderful altruistic people that you want to be, in the helping to serve others and our planet, and equally keeping the balance of maintaining your own energies so that you can keep smiling and keep shining. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, do please share comments down below, and if you haven't already done so, I would greatly appreciate if you would subscribe. Do please share and like, especially with people that you may feel are in need of such content. The world always needs more and more Good Samaritans to make this world a better place. So by all means, please share it with those who you feel do need a little bit of help on their journey of kindness to others.